Welcome, Blues. We are live. We're late, but we're live. Some technical issues tonight. The link that I'd set up to go live got broken. So I saw a few of you tuning in, and it wouldn't connect. But I think we're good to go now. So welcome, Blues. This is our new segment, Evertonian Chat Live. It's going to be a score prediction video again, but Blues, while we've not been on since our David Moyes press conference, a lot of news has been breaking. Blues. I've been working hard in the background. I really have. I've been trying to make a lot of ninja moves. I've tried to get people on my channel. I've not said this. I ain't said this. I've kept this close to my chest. Anyway, he doesn't want to come on. And I'm not going to say any names. And I've not said this before on my channel. But my mate, he is the scouting operation manager at Everton. Okay. He's the assistant in terms of head of recruitment. He were at Brighton for 5 years. He's been at Everton for the last 3.5. And I've tried to get him on my channel, Blues. First and foremost, he said he wouldn't be allowed. And then obviously he's being honest. He said it's not for him. He does his work in the background and he lets everyone else do the talking. He's been there 3.5 years now, and all things considered, they're doing well. So yeah, boys, that's what I've tried to do. I've tried to get him on my channel. And you should know who he is. I don't want to say his name, but we've been mates for a lot of years. Really good footballer. Obviously went down the scouting route. I've got another mate who's an Everton scout for the academy. One of Jude's best mates. He's a goalkeeper for Everton, and I've just tried to get those types of people on my channel. But I understand why they don't want to, and that is fine. So I just thought I'd address that tonight, Blues. The things that I'm trying to do, to bring quite unique, different content to my channel. But yeah, let's see who's tuning in. We are the famous EFC. Hi, buddy. Okay. Thomas McGuinness. Tommy. All right, Ryan. Yeah, mate. I'm all good. Shell. Shell. Hope you're well. We are the famous EFC. I would love to come on. Yeah, we'll have a chat, mate. We'll have a chat. Like I said, I've tried to get people who, are in Everton, and I know my mate was a big part of Tieno Barry coming to Everton. So I just wanted him to come on and talk about the ins and outs of being a scout and what he does on a personal level, not just fully about Everton, for us to understand the work that they put in. So yeah, it is what it is. You don't want to come on, and that is fine. Right back, yeah. Watching the under-21s at Goodison live now. Southampton under-21. Yeah, sorry, I forgot that's on tonight. Will Richie come on? On Everton TV. Shell won't be happy if we lose early to City. Now, listen, talking to City, I don't know if you know or not, Blues, but Jack Grealish isn't in the squad tonight for Man City. So read into that what you will. I've just told Jude, and he's bouncing all over the house. So could be good news, Blues. Could be good news. But we don't want the other news, do we? We don't want Illy going City. And listen, if I'm going to talk about Illy, he's a player. I'm going to be honest. I've said this. You won't like this. But but I've always felt that he's at the ilk of, or could be of the ilk of, like Barca, the ilk of Madrid, all day long. You see Anthony Gordon going Barca, that is where I see Illy. That's where I saw him, the type of player that he is. So it will be a tough one to see him in a City shirt, still in the Premier League. Be difficult, you know. As Evertonians, we're so used to you losing our best players. But, we'll have to see what happens, Blues. Wish they'd shut the transfer window before the season starts. Yeah, I said that today. Shell, I did. With me reaction to David Moyes, 100%. I think it should. I really do. There's a lot of action happening though, and I think because of the World Cup, a lot of action happening towards the tail end. It's not really been spread out much this summer, and I just still feel that Everton's hands are tied financially with the new stadium that we've purchased. The mishaps of recruitment in the past, Farhad Mashiri, kid in the sweet shop, buying players with no sell-on value. You think of players like Gylfi Sigurdsson, a lot of money that we spent. Even like players like Michael Keane, 30 mil, still at the club. We couldn't make profit on those. Pickford, and I'm glad we've not made profit on Pickford, don't get me wrong, but there's only a couple of players where I can think like, oh yeah, we bought him Richie and made profit on him. We have Anthony Gordon from the academy, made profit on him. Like the likes of sight, when we sold Cross Barkley, we only made like 15 mil on him. Read before, I'm going to cover this. Yeah. Let's have a look on here. Open question. Would you take Jake and cash or Rico and cash? Oh, sorry. Would you take Jack? Sorry. Bad eyes. Would you take Jack? I've seen that at Rico. My mate's a City fan, and he's been put. I don't even think he's a right back, boys. I don't. I think it's like Pep, finding a position for him to integrate him into the team. I don't think he's an out-and-out right back, personally. I don't think Rico Lewis knows his position yet. I think he probably would want to. I mean, he's played in midfield as well. He's played out wide, right? Listen, he's a player who's, got a lot of versatility in him. So, I don't think he's up to the City grade, but he might be at ours. I don't like saying that, but read before Adam Azanu might be going on loan to Malaga. Yeah, this is some news that I want to cover on here. Yeah, this has come through the last 2 to 3 hours. Adam Azanu on the verge of joining Malaga on loan. Now, listen, for his development, yeah, if he's going to play him week in, week out, and I hope it is just for development, because I can see a player in Adam Azanu. And is he the future at left back? Is he going to go there and get that experience playing a lot of football? A lad I can see who is developing, and he's getting. He looks like he's getting more stronger. But have Everton got a replacement in at left back? Do you know what I'm saying? Who's covered there at left back? There's nobody, boys. Nobody. And we're just laying ourselves very thin, spreading ourselves very thin there. So, yeah, that news has obviously come in. Again, no Jack Grealish in the Man City squad tonight. So, I've read this as well. I can't see this happening. This is the BBC reporting this. We know that Moise Kean has moved to Fiorentina. Moved to Como from Fiorentina. And there's a link here. We know that Beto's linked with Fiorentina. Fiorentina are looking at possibly loaning Beto if they can't complete a deal to sign Joshua Zirkzee from Man United. Source BBC. Nah, boys, we ain't loaning Beto out. We want money for him. We want De Niro for him. We ain't. Why are we going to loan Beto out? I can't see that happening. I can't. I really can't see that happening. Everton will want to sell him. I just can't see that happening, boys. Timur Aburam, apparently, we didn't hear this in the press conference, but apparently Timur Aburam is back fit and he's travelled with the squad to Bournemouth. So we could have Timur Aburam on the bench tomorrow, Blues, which is a good thing. It really is. We've only got Jimmy's just made a comeback. He got just over an hour on Wednesday night. Came on against Crystal Palace. But he looks fit. He looks good. Spoke to him myself before the Palace game, and he said he was fit. He was good to go. So, but Jimmy is a fit lad. Listen, he weren't injured at all last season. He played a lot of games. Hernia operations or the injury itself. It's not nice. So we're glad that he's getting back, and he looks like he's back to full fitness. But you've got to be careful at the same time. This is another one. I've seen Forest linked with this player. Everton have an interest in Tottenham midfielder Pape Sarr. The Senegalese midfielder has the green light to leave Spurs. Nottingham Forest, Besiktas are also interested. He looked a good player, boys, when Tottenham signed him. A big threat, powerful. For me, all Senegalese players are strong athletes, really, really good. I went to Cape Verde last year, played on the beach with some Cape Verde lads and lads from Senegal. Athletes, powerful, strong lads. Listen, I'm in my 40s now. Do you know what I mean? They were only in the 20s, but they were ploughing through that sand and really strong, really aggressive. Just kept going. Athletes. And that is why Idrissa Gana Gueye is still playing for me at a really high level. So superb with that. Also, we have seen the news, the update in regards to Wolverhampton Wanderers in the EFL Cup third round. The tie will be played on Wednesday, the 9th of September, with kickoff time 7:45. So 7:45 kickoff. That's going to come round really quick. 9th of September. That's what we want. Build that momentum, Blues. But big game this weekend. Real big game. Let's have a look at the comments coming in before I start asking for your score predictions. Keep Adam no other cover. 100%, mate. Unless there's a left back linked. I've seen a few linked. Seen right backs linked. I don't ask my mate too many questions. I don't. He's there to do a job, and he did a really good job at Brighton. But again, I do feel that Everton is still, they're restricted. But not only that, we're not playing in Europe, but we are attracting players, boys. And we have to be honest, Tyreek George, Kieran Dewsbury Hall, Brennan Johnson, they're good footballers. They really are. Why another midfielder? We need a right back striker. I think he can play across the midfield in wide areas as well. Shell. Is Keno going to West Ham? Moyes says today, didn't he? There's been no bids. It's played down. Any player leaving. I think we know there's going to be a movement in and out. It's just a matter of time. Time's ticking. Time is ticking. We'll be in Turkey for the Wolves game. Nothing wrong with that. Can't beat Turkey. Every time. I think we need to be friends, Tommy, because I have a slip disc in my neck and I've got arthritis in my spine. Struggle with arthritis and inflammation. And there's a painkiller over there that you can't get anywhere else in the world. Still in chemist. So every time my mates go to Turkey or I go to Turkey, I make sure I get some. So you need to get in touch with me, mate, and get me some. Contact me on my socials. And Have a nice time, Thomas. Yes, have a good time, mate. Loads of kebabs and love Turkey. We went to Sidi a few years ago in Turkey. Lovely place. Really, really nice. Can't beat going abroad. Right, Blues. Score predictions. Get them in. Get them in the comments. Like the video. And yeah, get in your comments. Get in your score predictions in the comments. I'm going to go for a draw, Blues. I am. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I was going to go for a 2-2, but I am going to go for a 1-1 draw. Bournemouth are a good side. I thought they were unlucky against City. They've got a lot of pace, wide areas. Ryan, Brazilian, very good player. Mikalenko is going to have to be on his game. I just can't see Everton keeping a clean sheet this weekend. But listen, I'll be honest. I didn't see us keeping a clean sheet against Crystal Palace, and we did. I can see Everton scoring. I can. I've got this feeling Tieno Barry's going to score again if he plays. And a draw at Bournemouth would be a really good result. Look, I would love nothing but 3 points, Blues. Be amazing to start the season with 2 wins in the Premier League, a win in the League Cup. But honestly, to get that against Bournemouth, we got it last season. Jack Grealish, Everton have shared the video of Jack scoring at Bournemouth last year, and Jack has shared it himself. He's put it in his story on Instagram. And, you know, we were lucky. It was a lucky goal, but I thought Everton were the better team that night. Tight, compact ground, the stadium. There's an atmosphere there, I think Everton are taking it, I think about 1,000, but we're loud there because of how atmospheric it is, how compact it is. So, yeah, Blues, I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it's an Everton win. So let's see your comments coming in. Let's see what scores you're going for, Blues. Thomas McGuinness, cheers, Shell. Right, I think the scores are coming in here. Yeah, right. Jagabotso. Have I said that right, mate? Jag or Boxy? Jaggerbox. Let's go Jaggerbox. He's gone for a 2-2. So he's gone for a draw like me. But 2-2. Shell is going for a 2-1 away win. And I'm usually the positive one. Well done, Shell. Who you going to score? 7-0 to the Toffees. Falcon Blues. Class, mate. Hey, I hope you're in the... I hope I get to see you, mate, soon in the Trinity. Not seen you since the last game. We're going to definitely have to do something together, buddy. Love that, 7-0. Imagine that. Imagine like a Brighton performance at Bournemouth. Messi, McNeil. We can find a new Messi for this game. Am I the only one on you? I'm only on YouTube, but we'll get some, pal. I'll give you my email. Oh, you don't have to, mate. But yeah, I'm only one on YouTube, but I could get you some, pal. Could put my email on. Don't want to share, folks. Okay. Yeah. Majesic, the cold. They're just a painkiller for arthritis. No problem with me. 1-1. So we've got Thomas McGuinness here, 1-1, or I might steal the win at the end. Love that. I think we're feeling a little bit cautious with this one. And we know they're a good side. The recruitment over the years have been superb. They made massive profits on the players. Barry and Gardner. Jimmy and Barry. Love that. I am 66, but love to see the 85 season again. Mate, just stick Howard's way on. Just get Howard's way on. Falcon Blues may possibly be the Wolves game. Just wanted to hear from the lads. But yeah, defo do something soon, mate. All right, mate. Yeah. It'll be good to see you. I can't remember what game it were now. Can't remember what game we had a chat. It's a while back. Patty McNamara, 5696. Out for a curry tomorrow night with Jimmy's dad. Awesome, mate. What's your go-to? Mine's a lamb karai. Love a lamb karai. I'm going to go and watch the boxing tomorrow night at my mate's house. And yeah, my best mate's an Indian lad. And I've been brought up with his food. Love a curry. A proper curry. Like proper Indian food, home-made job. Shell under 21s, 1-0. Penn. Ivy Foster, good player. Looks a good on that lad. Watch it all the time. Always have a tear. Yeah, mate. I said to Jude, I tell him about stuff he loves. I get Neville Southall and stuff on YouTube for him. It's quick. Little videos from the past, like quick. To sit down to like a full documentary at 10 years of age. But he's getting there. Do you know what I mean? You start learning more about the history. He knows a lot, but to see it in its full glory, Howard's way is the one to show him. But he needs to just be a little bit older to fully get it, to really like ingrain himself in it. Man United game, wow, bloody hell, mate! Time just flies. We'll have them this season. We'll have them. Guts me every season. Okay, so we've a lot of going for the draw. But there's Shell there being really positive. Obviously, Falcon Blues going there for a 7-0 with the goal scorers, mate. Tieno Barry's getting 5. Tieno Barry 5. Keenan Dewsbury Orway, a nice brace. Class. Ryan, who would you like Everton to sign? Realistically, where I'm at, where my head's at. I'd like us to sell Beto, get some money. 20, 25, 20. 25's a bit optimistic. Before I talk, Barry's getting 07. Mate, he's flying, isn't he? 8 Premier League goals, 3 in Cup. Like, he's smashing Lukaku this season if he's getting that. Smashing Lukaku. Class. Well, I don't, honestly, a lot of you won't agree this, but you might not agree, you might do. But I think we need a striker, Blues. I think Tieno Barry he's showing what he's going to be about. There's obviously a player in there. There is. You get yourself in right place, right time 3 times. You're doing something right. Yes, there's parts of his game that need to improve. Decision making in certain parts of his game. Sometimes he looks like he's got that half a yard and then the ball's under his feet and he can't get it out. But he looks a threat at crosses this season. It's a great header opening day. He climbed. He had another good header the other night, just narrowly wide. But I do feel we need another striker, Blues. And realistically, the one is Richarlison. Yeah, you're not getting a sell on. You're not getting any. You get Richie in for 25 mil, 30 mil. you're basically losing that money. I know that you are. But if we can sell Beto for 20 mil, it'll help fund that signing. And, if we are going to lose Illy, I'm not saying Richarlison can replace Illy, but it's just another character who gets the club, loves the club, and he'll want to achieve, boys. He will. And he'll love coming back. He'll love it. And it will really help push Tieno Barry as well. It will. And like I said, he can do a job on the left-hand side as well. So it just gives us another number there. I know that doesn't sound like a real, extravagant, amazing capture, a really good, excited signing, but it's just someone I know who come in, he'll get a few more goals, or he should get a few more goals than what Beto gets. He'll start scoring pretty much straight away and not in March. So that's who I would go for. Let me know your thoughts in the comments there, boys. Give Barry the Ballon d'Or now. Class, mate. Seriously. If Azanu goes on loan and Mikolenko gets injured, got no left back cover, still no right back. John, yeah. Ludicrous. Absolute ludicrous, mate. If that, surely it can't happen. It can't. It can't happen. But anyway, good news tonight. Jack not in the squad for City. Good news that Timmy Raburum looks like he's travelled with the lads. Link's coming in all the time. Let's just get this game out the way, Blues. Let's hope we can come away with something. And let's keep this momentum building. I'm really excited to see how the lads perform against this next level opponent, because it is. It is, but they're a good side, these. They are really a good side, and I just feel they're there and thereabouts to what Palace are as a team. Qualified, they nearly qualified for Champions League, boys. So we did. We fell away, but they did. They were there and thereabouts up until the last game of the season. So, yeah, for me, this is a real big game for Everton to show what they're about with the players that we've got available now. Disappointing news today about Christian Norgard. Doesn't sound like he's anywhere near Blues, which it is. It's disappointing that. I was real excited about that signing. Listen, I still am. I think he's a proper good footballer, captain. He's good in both boxes. So, we've just got to wait patiently for that one. Probably get the lad from Burnley. Yeah. Moyes obviously, we were at Burnley, weren't we, last week watching. I don't know too much about him. I really don't. Falcon Blues, I'd take Richie back all day. Seriously, mate. Listen to Jamie O'Hara chatting about Richie on TalkSport. Honestly. Like Jamie O'Hara, he talks like he was this world beater or something. Richie would come in and he'd get double figures, but a nice healthy double figure amount. Do you know what I mean? He would. Like Beto squeezes double figures, but he also gives you something else on the pitch. He's got better link-up play. He's better on the ball. Carl Walker Thomas. Oh, she's asking Thomas. Carl Walker, yeah. Carl Walker. Not for me. Not for me. Stephen Connor. I understand your logic with Richie, but for me, it's no thanks. Never been a fan. Yeah, we've all got our own opinions, haven't we? And that is it. We've got our opinions. Um, I'd love to ask you a question, mate, on in a realistic fashion. Who would you like Everton to bring in? Who would Gabriel Jesus, very injury prone. It's just another name. Shelley, no, I was asking if that's who you meant. I don't want Kyle Walker. Okay. Yeah, no, we don't want Kyle Walker. Patty McNamara, 1-0. Tieno Barry. Take that. I take that all day, every day. I think, listen, if we get the 3 points tomorrow, we are good. Jamie Vardy. Right. I'll be honest. I called Jamie Vardy last year. I did. It ain't gonna happen. It won't happen. Too much has gone on, like with Colin Rooney, Jamie Vardy's missus. He ain't gonna come and be Everton related. No, but listen, that lad, he'd have give us something. He'd have scored pens, good at pens. He did all right in Italy. Obviously, he couldn't keep him in the league. But yeah, no, not now. But I would have took him. I'd have took him for this season. Would have been another good option for us, I think. But yeah, listen, the transfer window is ticking, and let's just get tomorrow out the way, and let's hope we come away with a point, 3 points. Listen, I hope we do win 7-0 and Tierno Barry gets all of them. Love that Falcon Blues class. If Njai and Enzo go to City, I just wonder if Phil Foden will be available. I doubt it, mate. No. Signed a long-term deal on it, Phil Foden, and I know that means nothing really. Protects the player, protects his asset, what he's about. But no, yeah, I can't see that. Can't see it. So Blues, if you finish there with your score predictions, if there's any more coming in, bring them in. We're going to be closing out this live in a couple of more minutes. I'm going to get ready to watch the City game and just chill out. I need to make some fish. I want some fish and veg tonight. So have a quick look. Jack Grealish sends. Timely Everton message a return. Talks continue. So having a quick look through the news. Again, Everton want to sign Tottenham midfielder. I don't know. I can't see it happening. It's all over the news, though, this evening. Be interesting, won't it, to see if Illy is in the team tomorrow. I think he will be. I do. I think we'll learn a lot if he isn't. Nailed on 7-0 and Barry bagged them all. Take it to the bank. What you put in on it, mate. What's your thoughts on Munoz? Didn't like the look of him when he played past us last week. Mate, very good player though. He had a good World Cup. He had a bad injury last year, didn't he? Predominantly, obviously, we know he's a wing back, but I think that's just our Palace player. I think he will have been a right back. That's his position. He's been playing a bit further forward. He's very aggressive. He's very direct. I've seen him play a good few times for Palace, and I like the look of him. he is obviously a player for now. Again, if Everton bring him in for 22 mil, there's no sell on again, is there? You're not going to make any money on him. You know, a lot of people think, don't they? You get to 30 years of age, whatever, you're done. You're on the trajectory downwards. And yeah, you probably are, but you can still squeeze a good 3 or 4 years out of a player. All athletes are different in terms of maturity and how the bodies play out for themselves. Some players peak so early. Look at Dele Alli. Do you know what I mean? He's like reached his peak at 20. Um, but no, I'd have him me. I would. Straight swap for Illy or for Rodri. Hasn't he gone to Forest Munoz? Obviously, Glasner's there, and he's interested apparently. Glenn W. Life is an Evertonian. Hello, how you, mate? Won't be good this evening. Will Barry score tomorrow, mate? He's getting 7. Falcon Blues TV has come on here tonight and he said he's getting 7. Take it to the bank. Class. Mate, we need Falcon Blues. We should do one of these lives, mate, together. That'll be funny. Nice little funny segment. Hopefully, Glenn, Richie will give the fan base a lift, which will hopefully lift the players 100% for now. It will. It's a homecoming, isn't it? It is a homecoming. You know, the kids love Richie. You know, how old were Jude when Richie was there? He was 6, 7, and he still talks about him. Still. When's he coming back? When's he coming back, Dad? When's he coming back? I'm not kidding. You know, so just the lift. And I'm not just saying that like kid related. Well, kids see him, but he gets it, doesn't he? He does. And we want him to do well. We want all our players to do well. We get behind them all, but yeah, I'd have Richie back. Everyone's got their own opinion. Richie will give the fan base a lift. Yeah. Well, I've just read that. Munoz not in the Palace squad tonight. I didn't see that. I've not actually looked at the Palace squad. Yeah. So Jack not. Daniel Munoz not. Are they both coming, Blues? Are they both coming? Daniel Munoz going elsewhere? Big few days ahead. Massive few days. I feel like just like sitting here waiting till Tuesday. Just going in the kitchen and eating. Thanks for tonight. All enjoy your fish, Ryan. I'm having minted lamb, shanks and mash. Real food. Real food, mate. That is proper. I'm having some of that. It's been reported that Everton have matched Nottingham Forest bid for Munoz. Yeah, read that. Saw that. We need some at Blues. God and heaven, we need some, don't we? We do. Right, Blues, I'm going to leave this live there. We've been on for 38 minutes. I appreciate your interaction. We are planning to do a watch along tomorrow. So tune in for that. All right. Thank you for all your comments, all your likes, and I appreciate you all. Up the toffees, and I'll see you in the next one.